Okay, wanted to share with you how I get through mental health slumps. We all go through this. I myself still have probably 2 or 3 days every single month where I just have a really hard time seeing past everything. So this is what has worked for me to get through it. And this is always evolving and changing based on my needs and the situations at the time. But in general, I found this really is helpful in being proactive about guarding myself against those days and having a plan for when I do come across those. So here we go. So I lay out my paper like this. I use sticky notes so that I can peel these off and put them around the house or on my mirror so that I say them and I go through this morning and night or when things get really hard. But first I start with the negative loops. And again, these can be changing. All of this can be changing based on my needs. But some negative loops that I've told myself in the past is I'm alone, I have failed in life, it's too late for me to start over and have success, I won't find love or a life partner, I will tell myself that I'm stupid, and I will also tell myself that I hate you as if I'm saying it to myself. And I'm just being really honest about this. I know that this may make people cringe, but these are negative loops that I have. And so what I found is literally writing those down, as painful as they may be, and directly finding the inverse. It doesn't necessarily have to be positive. It can purely be just an inverse of that statement. So inverse to alone, I am surrounded by people who love and support me. I have failed in life. Well, I've overcome, XYZ. I start thinking about things, and I'm still on my path to figuring it out. Like, I have more life to live, kind of a thing. That kind of feeds into this as well. It's too late for me to start over and have success. I still have many years to start over. And trust the unfolding of my life. That's been really big, and kind of just like letting go, like being an active participant in my life and doing what I need to do, but also letting go of not knowing how things will turn out. That the goal, there's no real end in sight. It's just kind of like life. And then as far as like having a success or like a marker for success, I won't find love or a life partner. And I've had to just tell myself, the right person at the right place at the right time will happen, will show up. And they will have these central things that are important to me. And then stupid. So there are two things that I battle this with. Is one, I am learning, or like I will literally tell myself like, thank you for learning that lesson, and not repeating like a negative or a destructive thought process or behavior, or just like a maturity lesson or whatever. I am learning, or thank you for learning that lesson, or thank you for that lesson, like as if like I'm talking to life, kind of thing. A second one is, depending on the situation that is making me like in a knee-jerk way react to what I'm thinking about or reflecting on. And when I tell myself I'm stupid, I will also say I accept myself as I am right here, right now. And this has been really big, like not when I accomplish something, not when I have certain things or a certain status or whatever. I just accept myself as I am right here, right now. That's been huge. And then I hate you. I love you. And even the thing is like, even if I don't fully believe these things, I acknowledge that there is truth in them, even if I don't like feel it. I guess what I'm saying, not believe, but if I'm, even though I'm not feeling it, but I can look at my life and know that these things are true, I still tell myself these things even when I'm not feeling it. And that's the art of being proactive and doing the work in creating these new loops so that you don't fall into these negative loops. Instead of like hoping it will just kind of magically happen on its own through time. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but doing this and being conscious and persistent and active in this every day will naturally expedite that process so that you aren't suffering from these longer than you need to. So once I have these, you list these out so that you can get to these. So I just get rid of those. Once I have these, I make this on a list, or in the past I have pieced these out onto like individual post-its, and I'll put them around my house, and when I see them I will say it out loud regardless of the day or time. If I see it, I say it out loud. Or I will put them all also on one sheet of paper. I'll put it on my mirror, and I will tell myself when I'm like brushing my teeth or getting ready for the day, and then when I'm winding down for sleep, I will repeat these things to myself all over again. Just creating those loops in your brain. Next are activities. This is really, really important. We all have non-physical activities, but having physical activities is huge. We all know it releases endorphins. We all know it makes us feel better. And then surrounding those physical activities around stuff you actually like. So right now it's summertime and I love being in water. I love swimming. It always makes me happy. So or at least relaxes me and makes me feel good. So swimming, walking, bird watching specifically, those little brown birds that hop around on the pavement and parking lots, those just always make me super happy. Lookout points, those always make me feel relaxed. And then volunteering is huge. Doing good for other people in need. I can't tell you how healing this is to do this. And then, the non-physical, so like gaming, art, humor, friend time, that's really important. I'm going to get into that with people, but being proactive in scheduling in your friend time is really big. And then people. Having a list of people that you can call or text when you're feeling particularly low, or you need to work through something out that, maybe these positive loops are helping you with, but you're hung up on something. Having people that you can reach out to and communicate these things through is huge. I usually leave this for last. I try to do the work on my own before I get to this point, and usually I use like the people I can call and text to kind of go through with them how things have been improving and like the results I've seen from things. And I'm not like going through like a bullet list. I'm like, what I learned this week, or what I discovered this week, or my aha moment this week. And I kind of walk through it with them. It's almost like a celebration thing. And then, proactively scheduling in friend time with those who are reliable. So obviously you don't want people who notoriously flake on you, but being proactive about this, having this to look forward to in your schedule is huge. Not waiting until you feel bad and you're like, oh my God, I need a distraction. I need to talk to someone. I need to be with someone. Just schedule it ahead of time and have something to look forward to. And, infuse, those people who love and support you, infuse those people proactively in your life on a regular basis through like hard times. It's really easy for me to shut myself off from the world and kind of like bury myself in a hole to try and figure it out, but that like never works for me in the long run. So this is my process. I find this is how I get through those negative loops, and I starve those by focusing on these. So you write them down, you starve them of their energy by focusing on these and creating these new ones, and being really persistent in repeating these things to yourself, even when you're not feeling it, just saying it. Even when you don't believe it, just saying it out loud to yourself. Another thing that I do when I say I love you, I will also do an activity where I am active with myself. So when I get out of the shower and I put lotion on my body, something that's a meditative process, or like when I'm brushing my teeth, or when I'm doing my skincare, or when I'm doing my makeup, I will just repeat this over and over and over again. Or one that I just really, really, really need to focus on, that I'm really hung up on, something where I'm like really focusing on myself. I will say that one thing that I really need to work on. So that's my process. Hope this helps.